Magic Johnson is my childhood idol. This picture was taken 26 years ago.
You got to move it over a little. There we go.
This was taken 26 years ago. Stephen A's been covering the league 25 years. I'm going to tell you guys why Magic Johnson actually stepped down. He stepped down because he wasn't able to finish the job. That's the flat-out truth. He was able to deliver LeBron James, which is an iconic basketball player, but the Lakers didn't make the playoffs this year. The second part of the job was to deliver a max-level free agent. This is why you let Julius Randle walk for nothing. This is why you trade Mozgov's contract and you trade D'Angelo Russell. You try to, during the season, get Anthony Davis. That blows up in your face. And now that deal won't look as good in the future because we don't know what Brandon Ingram's future is going to hold because he has a blood clot issue. Lonzo Ball has had an injury-riddled season. And so, therefore, if the top free agents, who I'm calling the 4Ks, Kawhi, KD, Kyrie, and Klay, if none of them are coming to the Los Angeles Lakers, the job will be incomplete because what I've been trying to tell people all season, not only were they not going to compete this year, if they're not able to get one of those players, and including Anthony Davis, who doesn't control his own destiny because the Pelicans will not talk to the Lakers because they felt like they tampered with him and they felt like Magic was the person that did it. Therefore, he's not going to be able to deliver. One of the toughest things to do is to coach and or manage an aging superstar. That's what LeBron James is right now. He's still going to – I gave y'all 14 minutes.
No. I don't want to take any time away from you. I want to come to you to ask you because we agree there, but the question is about Magic blindsiding the Lakers, meaning the timing of all of this. That's what I want to know from you. Why do you think he did it at that time?
I think he did it right now, Stephen A., is because he sees exactly what I'm saying. Here's what happens when you're a Hall of Fame mogul like I call Magic Johnson. When you're Irvin and you're the president of the Los Angeles Lakers, we're keeping score on the team's record, how poor they shoot from three, how poor they shoot from the free throw line, how they're one of the worst teams in the league as it relates to turnovers. Then you look at their roster and be like, wait a minute. They signed all of these vets to one-year deals, and then you look at the other side, they have all of these players that are on rookie deals. None of these guys feel like they're invested in the Lakers except LeBron James because none of these guys have long-term security with the situation.
Another question.
Just let him finish.
Being Magic, Stephen A., is a lot more jovial. People get a chance to appreciate your greatness and all of the amazing things that you've accomplished. Laker fans want to see them win championships. They want to see them contend. And now you have LeBron going into his 17th year. You have Magic unable to deliver the second-level All-NBA superstar. So he now understands this is my best time to tap out.
I have another question for you, and this is a sensitive question, so I want to be very clear. It's a sensitive question. Rob Pelinka is a former teammate of yours at Michigan. How close are you two?
Oh, we're really close. I'm close with Magic as well.
I understand, and I know that, I'm not trying to play. I'm just saying, before I say what I'm about to say, I wanted to ask you that question in all fairness, because I don't disagree with anything that you're saying. I just don't think that's the point in regards to the timing that all of this has gone down. And so when you take that into consideration and covering the NBA the way that you do and knowing the NBA the way that you do, I personally want to put on the record, I like Rob Pelinka. I have no issue with Rob Pelinka whatsoever. He's always been cool with me, and I think he was a hell of an agent. But what is inescapable is that everywhere you turned, this guy, whether it's by other agents or executives, and you know this, Jalen, is incredibly disliked by some of those people. And then when you hear that behind the scenes that he and Magic, because Magic, according to my sources, until a few weeks ago, Magic and Pelinka were fine, absolutely fine. And then all of a sudden, Magic became aware that things were going on behind the scenes that he didn't like, and he thought some of it was coming from Rob. Rob, obviously, in defense of himself, was absolutely right to come to his defense because you got people who are jealous and envious of his accomplishments and could be lying on Rob Pelinka. But the reality is that it got to Magic. And so Magic yesterday during the press conference asked Ramona Shelburne, asked Wojnarowski, ask Dave McMenamin, ask Brian Windhorst, ask any report, ask anybody that was in the building last night listening to Magic Johnson's press conference, and when he was asked about Rob Pelinka, it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't. Tears were about Jeannie, and the affection was for Jeannie. There was no love for Rob. Did you notice
and where
that,
does
Jalen
Pelinka's
Rose?
support
and
come
what is
from,
your
Stephen A?
response to it? Huh? I'm sorry, Max. What did you say?
Where does Pelinka's support come from? From Jeannie,
Kobe.
correct? And why does
Kobe
Jeannie
and Jeannie.
support Pelinka? Isn't it Kobe Bryant?
Yes, correct. But I'm asking you, Jalen, what I just said. What's your response to all of that?
So a few things. They were operating in tandem, Stephen A. You can't necessarily exclude when Magic Johnson is on Jimmy Kimmel and he's talking about Paul George. You can't blame that on Rob Pelinka. He got fined for tampering.
Of course not.
When it was time to do a deal with the Pelicans as it related to trying to acquire Anthony Davis, the things that he said, not Rob Pelinka, made the team feel like he was tampering with their player, which made them not want to deal with the Lakers at all. And if you notice, the Pelicans GM, Dale Demps, lost his job. And in theory, Magic Johnson stepping down from his job because both of those franchises went in flux when that deal became public and it didn't get done. Do you think Magic Johnson has trepidation of firing a coach? Like, this dude is a billionaire. He's a conglomerate.